Hi, it's Bronze Age Nerd. Welcome to Nerd News. Welcome to the show where I go over all the nerdy news from the last week. I talk about events that happen in movies, video games, pop culture, action figures, and comic books. Anything that we nerds might be interested in. If you have any ideas or suggestions for things that should be included in the show, go ahead and leave a comment down below. So dominating the box office this week and kind of the top of the nerd news cycle has been the launch of Godzilla vs. Kong. This is a crazy movie that came out. People have been waiting for years to see a modern remake of this movie, and finally we got one. It was an action-packed, punch-filled, all-out brawl fest. I talked about the show last night on the Dream of August live stream, and I just wanted to kind of give some quick thoughts I had about the movie. I do think that it was a very Kong-centric movie. We got to see a lot of what happened with Kong in this movie and a lot of his reaction to what's going on. A little bit less on the Godzilla front, and unfortunately, way too many humans running around doing things that most of us probably didn't care about at all. I do like Alexander Skarsgård, and he did deliver a cool performance in the movie, but kind of a weak character that didn't really need to be there at all. He just had one cool redeeming plot line at the end, and other than that, Millie Bobby Brown, I like her as an actress, but I don't know what her character was doing in this movie. I didn't really love the conspiracy theory podcast host that much, even though I do like that actor. It's just some cool people that got thrown into a movie that I didn't care what they did. Some spoiler-filled kind of thoughts about the movie. I did not like Mecha Godzilla at all. I think that he looked really lame. Hopefully we do get some proper combatants for Godzilla and Kong if we ever see a new movie in this series. My personal hope is Pacific Rim shows up. I'd love to see like Gypsy Danger or another Jaeger take on the kaiju. That would be amazing in my opinion. And besides some really weak plot points, like how did they get Kong on the transport when he clearly didn't want to go and they couldn't contain him very easily, it seemed. We don't get an answer to that. Also, Kong hates helicopters. We learned that in Skull Island. How come he was so willing to be transported to Antarctica with a bunch of helicopters? Seems like he would have wanted to smash the hell out of them. But all that nitpicking aside, I will say it was a fun movie, and in a year where we did not get a lot of popcorn movies, I really liked having a new popcorn film to sit back, turn my brain off for a couple hours, and enjoy. And for that, it was amazing. There were some fantastic fight scenes that really just made you want to root and cheer for your favorite Godzilla or Kong, or just a cool fight, which is what I was kind of hoping for, and that's exactly what we got. Next up, in the comic book world, we have Miracle Molly hitting the scene. Her first full appearance is, at this point, pretty much guaranteed to be Batman 108. A ton of exclusives and pre-orders opened up this week for Miracle Molly in Batman 108, and some really cool covers by people like Carla Cohen, Sun Kamanaki, just all kinds of neat stuff. John Boy Myers has a great cover as well, and there's even more that I'm sure I'm forgetting. Hopefully everybody really enjoys this character because there's a lot of hype behind her already. I've already pre-ordered some copies, so I'm really interested to see what happens. Also in the comics world, CGC announced another in-house signing event, this time with James Tynion IV. The fantastic writer who's been absolutely on fire with titles like Department of Truth, Something is Killing the Children, and Batman, is going to be doing a CGC in-house signing event. Submissions do need to be received at CGC's headquarters as of May 1st. There are different options available for pressing and cleaning and all that sort of fun stuff too. So definitely send your books in if you're interested in getting them signed by the legendary, iconic writer of the modern age, James Tynion. Next, we have some unfortunate news as several movies have been delayed. The first of which is the new Mortal Kombat movie that's highly anticipated by fans everywhere. It's been pushed from April 16th to April 23rd. Also, we got news that Venom Let There Be Carnage was moving from September 17th to September 24th. And last but not least, we got a bit of news that Uncharted will be moving from February 11th, 2022 to February 18th, 2022. So all of you Tom Holland fans will have to wait a little bit longer to see him suit up as the legendary Nathan Drake. We got some Rick and Morty news this week as a trailer dropped for season 5, which we learned will be premiering on June 20th of this year. Also, we did get a cool April Fool's Muppet Baby style parody joke too that you should check out as well. And speaking of April Fools, the video game news outlet Kotaku fell for an April Fool's joke and actually announced the cancellation of Halo Infinite, which is a joke. The game has not been delayed as far as anybody knows anymore, and is still coming out in 2022 at this point. And the last item in this week's news, we did learn that Superman is going to be coming back to the silver screen. We are going to get 2 more entries with Henry Cavill as the Man of Steel, suiting up again for films. We don't know the release dates yet or even what the films are going to be about, but it is pretty interesting, as there were a lot of rumors that we were going to see an African-American Superman take place. And we still could. Maybe it'll happen in these movies, but we do know that Henry Cavill is suiting up for at least 2 more Man of Steel movies. And that concludes our nerd news for the week of April 4th, 2021. If you do want to support the channel, make sure to leave a comment down below. Again, if you know about any news stories that I didn't cover that you want to hear me talk about, please feel free to mention them down below. Also, if you do want to support the show, you can go to my Ko-fi and do a donation if you'd like. All the proceeds from that do go to my channel and to the production costs that I have with the show. Later on this week, I will be doing my weekly bronze buys, which is my pickups for the week. Also, I'll be dropping a video with my unboxing of my Chris Claremont signature series CGC comics that I just got back. I got 5 comics back. If you want to go check out my video where I did a preview, you can grade my comics and leave comments down in that video. If any of you are right about the grades, I'll make sure to give you a shout out in my unboxing video. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and I just want you to remember, as always, hey, 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 read comics every day.